China has dispatched 3 astronauts into space to begin the country's new space station's occupation. The 3 men, Ni Haisheng, Liu Boming, and Tang Hongbo, will spend 3 months on the Tianhe module, which is 380 kilometers (236 miles) above Earth. It will be China's longest and first crewed space mission in nearly 5 years. Just over 7 hours after launch, the crew successfully docked with the space station. From Mission Control in China, the moment of contact was greeted with cheering. On Thursday, its SHENZHOU-12 capsule launched atop a Long March 2F rocket. The launch took place at 9:22 Beijing time from the Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center in the Gobi Desert, 1:22 Greenwich Mean Time. The launch and following mission are yet another example of China's increasing confidence and capacity in space. In the last 6 months, the country has returned rock and soil samples from the Moon's surface to Earth and landed a 6-wheeled rover on Mars, both extremely complicated and difficult missions. What will the crew's mission in space entail? On the SHENZHOU-12 mission, Commander Ni Haisheng and his team's major goal is to put the 22.5-ton Tianhe module into service. Mr. Ni remarked ahead of the debut, "I have a lot of expectations. We need to set up our new space home and put a number of innovative technologies to the test. As a result, the mission is difficult and demanding. I believe that by working closely together and doing comprehensive and exact operations, we will be able to conquer our obstacles. We are confident in our ability to fulfill the mission." The Tianhe cylinder, which is 16.6 meters long and 4.2 meters wide, was launched in April. It is the first and most important part of a nearly 70-ton orbiting outpost that will eventually include living quarters, science labs, and even a Hubble-class telescope for viewing the cosmos. Over the next few years, the individual elements will be released one at a time. Regular freight deliveries, as well as crew expeditions, will accompany the building. What information do we have on the astronauts? Until a press briefing on Wednesday, China's authorities kept the identity of the SHENZHOU-12 astronauts a secret. China's oldest astronaut, Ni Haisheng, is claimed to be 56 years old. He has completed 2 prior flights, the most recent of which was a 15-day visit to Tiangong-1, a prototype space station, in 2013. Since then, it has been deorbited. Liu Boming, 54, and Tang Hongbo, 45, his crewmates, are also former Air Force personnel. Liu's previous spaceflight experience came in 2008 on the SHENZHOU-7 mission, where he took part in China's first-ever spacewalk. Mr. Tang is a first-time astronaut, having never gone into orbit before. A robotic freighter supplied the food, fuel, and equipment the trio will require during their stay aboard Tianhe last month. This freighter is still attached, and as soon as they've settled in, the guys will begin unpacking its contents. 2 spacesuits are included in the shipment, which they'll need to conduct spacewalks on Tian's exterior. What are China's plans for space exploration? China has made no secret of its space ambitions in recent years. It has invested heavily in space exploration, becoming the first country to send an unmanned rover to the far side of the Moon in 2019. However, Iran has had to go alone in terms of creating a space station, owing to its exclusion from the International Space Station project. The United States, which leads the collaboration, together with Russia, Europe, Canada, and Japan, will not work with the Asian space nation. China, for one, has stated that foreign participation in its station is welcome. First and foremost, this entails the hosting of scientific experiments. The SHENZHOU-12 crew, for example, will conduct cancer investigations that will be led from Norway. On the station's exterior, an Indian-developed telescopic spectrograph studies ultraviolet radiation from deep space, such as those emitted by exploding stars. Non-Chinese nationals are likely to pay a visit to the station in the long run. Russia has raised the prospect of sending its cosmonauts, having previously shared technology with China. "We welcome cooperation in this field in general," Ji Qiming, an associate director with China's human spaceflight program, said at a news briefing to introduce the SHENZHOU-12 crew on Wednesday. It is expected that after the completion of the Chinese space station, Chinese and international astronauts would fly and work together in the near future, he continued. President Xi Jinping has also backed the country's space efforts, and the Chinese official media frequently portrays that space dream as a step toward national rejuvenation. What you guys are thinking, let me know in the comment section below.